Last time I showed you guys how to put a face and ears on a piggy. These ideas can be used to create whatever creature you want. Now, right now we're missing some things. We're missing a tail, we're missing legs, and we're missing a coin slot if we're making a piggy bank. This is where the coin slot will be. You want your coin slot to be at the highest point in your creature because you want your body of your creature to fill up with the coins. So I'm going to set this guy to the side, and as usual, when we have something that we want to make the same length, we want to roll it all out at once. So I'm going to take a good chunk of clay and I'm going to roll it into a nice coil. If my clay gets flat, all I need to do is point the flat part up to the ceiling, give it a little rock, and roll it out. Now, you do not want your legs to be skinny. If they're skinny, they're not going to support your creature. If they're fat, then they will definitely support your creature. If they're medium-sized, you got to use your best judgment as far as what will work. Now I can get 4 legs out of that, so I'm going to cut 1 to start with, and I want my legs to not be really long. If they're shorter, they're going to support it better. So I'm going to make 1, take this one, move it over to get the exact length, 2, 3, and if I don't have enough clay, no big deal, because I know how long it needs to be and how wide it needs to be. Then all I have to do is roll another coil of clay, making sure that it's about the same thickness, and cut it to the right length. Okay, so now I have 4 legs ready to go. The next thing that I'm going to do is kind of round out my edges with my fingers on all of them because we don't want sharp edges. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to tap each leg on my table just a little bit so that I fatten up the spot that I'm going to attach it to. Okay, so it's a little bit fatter right here. Try to make sure that they're about the same height. Turn it as you're tapping it. Okay, then figure out where you want your legs to go. Don't score and slip yet. Just place them where you want them to be. I think they should be about right there. I'm going to push him on just a little bit so they don't fall off as I turn him over. And make sure that he's going to stand the way I want him. I can adjust my legs and that's going to work. So the most efficient way of doing this, make sure you don't get him stuck to the table, because this leg wants to stick. I'm going to slide it. There we go. I'm going to trace around these so that I know where to score and slip. And I'm going to do them one at a time. You don't need much water if your clay is really soft. Add your slip, score that up. Now make sure you don't set him down on something that's going to squish. If I set him down on those ears, he would squish. So I'm going to set him either like this, or lay him down like this, or I can just hold him. Score and slip the leg that you're putting on, and you really, really want to press it on. Okay? Now you have to do that for each leg. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to waste your time, but you need to score and slip and press them on really good for each leg. So let's pretend that I've done that. Standing back up. Now to make a hoof, it's really pretty easy. You just kind of pinch this forward a little bit and take your needle tool or your bamboo skewer and press. And that will make a hoof. You'll do that for all 4 legs. And the last things that we need to do are a tail and a coin slot. So I'm going to take just a little bit of clay, roll it in a ball, and I'm going to make my teardrop first, and then I'm going to keep rolling this to make this part skinnier. Okay? Flatten this, figure out where you want the tail. Score and slip. Press it on really good. Okay, then the last part is to make your tail curly. If your tail is sticking out like this, it's going to end up breaking. You want anything that's skinny and fragile to be curled around and either touching the body or touching itself. So now I have a curly tail on my piggy. Very last thing that I'm going to do is make my coin slot. So I'm going to carefully draw where I want my coin slot to go. You want it to be wide enough that when it shrinks you can still get your coins out of there, your biggest coins being quarters. And then you're going to take your needle tool or a clay knife, poke all the way through there. Cutting out that clay. And you want to get on the inside and clean up those edges. And you want to clean up your outside edges too.